Bournemouth will go back to League One.
Oh, no.
Football felt like it was at an all-time high in 2019, with teams like Man City, Liverpool and Real Madrid, I guess, as they're always on the ball, were at the peak of their powers in modern times. And with a lot of young, talented players on the cards like Kylian Mbappe, Marcus Rashford, João Felix, and players like Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar and Modric seemingly on the down, could you have a good guess at what football would look like by the year 2030? Some of you may know The Irish Guy, a fellow YouTuber, who gave a crack at predicting what the future of football would look like. And I thought, as we love to look back on predictions, with it being 5 years since these were made and another 6 years to go, we're halfway to 2030.
Eddie, are you okay?
No! So how are some of these predictions looking? I picked some of the best from the Irish Guy's predictions and we'll take a look at them today. So let's get into this.
Let's fucking get leathered in.
Ronaldo's son will win the Golden Boy Award. Cristiano Jr. is about 14 now and he looks like an alright footballer, but will he follow in his father's footsteps? A TikTok I saw recently summed it up perfectly. Cristiano Sr. was the one who wanted everything. Cristiano Jr. is the one who had everything. And the eyes don't lie, just look at them both side by side. Realise. I don't even know if that makes sense.
You've got no friends!
Real eyes realise. Cristiano Jr. clearly looks like a guy who has everything, and Cristiano Sr. looks like he desires the world and has nothing. And just like any path of success you may have in life, hunger is the drive which kicks you on to be the very best. Cristiano Jr. might have the perfect genetics from his father and even better from his mother. We just can't know. Does he have the desire? Cristiano Sr. has been getting a lot of stick recently about him being too old to play football and he should just retire and the game gets away from you. The guy's 39 and looks very, very fit for 39. It's quite clear the guy has the desire to play with his son at a senior level and reach 1,000 goals. He would go down as history, but do we think that he will win the Golden Boy Award? I don't think he will. I think that's a bit of a stretch of a prediction, personally. Bournemouth will go back to League One. With all this Barclays men chat in the last few months, if it's a team like Bournemouth, I saw that guy ranting saying, we deserve to be here, me and Bournemouth and Brighton, rah, 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 rah. We're proper Barclays. Yeah, you are. I do think Bournemouth and Brighton are like a modern version of Portsmouth and Blackburn. Like in 10 or 15 years time, people will be looking back at them with rose-tinted glasses. And to say that they should go down or don't deserve to be in the Prem makes absolutely no sense. This guy was spot on in his video. But, you know, you don't help yourself by making videos like that. Wayne Rooney will manage a Premier League club. 5 years ago, Rooney was at the start of his managerial career at Derby. Didn't do too well. Couldn't really help that because of a points deduction at Derby because of financial stuff. Went to DC United. Then he went to Birmingham and absolutely ruined them. And now he's at Argyle. And I really feel for Argyle because that is not what they needed this season. I feel like Argyle might go down because of it. Dare I say it. If Rooney goes down with Argyle, I can't see anyone else picking him up. Never mind a Premier League club. So I cannot see this happening at all. There's no way this is going to happen. Jack Grealish will never play for England. I mean, I'm pretty sure like that year he played in the Euros. No, sorry, it was delayed. So 2 years later, he played in the Euros. He didn't go to this Euros, but Carsley has just called him up and he's been playing cam like beautifully, where I thought he always should play, causing some ruckus just behind the striker. But to say that he would never play for England, absolute collywallop. Jose Mourinho will win the World Cup with Portugal. A lot of people have these top managers like Mourinho for Portugal, Klopp for Germany, Pep for Spain, and Graham Potter for England. Yeah, I'll just give you time to think about that. Do I think Mourinho would manage Portugal? I think he would, you know. He's got the passion. I feel like the country loves him. As much as a lot of people don't because of his attitude and his drama, like my dad hates Mourinho, but I love him. I absolutely love him. I think he would do a good job with Portugal. They need someone like that. Whether it's before or after Cristiano leaves, maybe just before, maybe Ronaldo's last World Cup. I think he would do a good job. Whether he would win it with Portugal, debatable. I don't think Portugal will ever win it with that many egos. Salford City will reach the Championship. We just covered this recently in another video. Salford obviously got took over by the Class of '92. Clearly they were the in team, you know, the franchise team, yada, yada, yada. The new version of that is Wrexham. I don't think Salford will reach the Championship. They're just sitting pretty happily in League 2 at the moment. But do I think Wrexham will reach the Championship? Absolutely. Wrexham are going all the way to the top. Like, look at them. They're already top of League 1, storming their way up with Stockport, which is pretty cool to see. Vinicius Jr. will sign for Man City. He predicted this in 2019. I didn't think he was even banging them in for Real Madrid in 2019. I think he'll stay at Real Madrid. But if there was ever a chance to move to, say, England or an equal team, probably would be Man City or Inter or Milan if they were on a rise, but they're currently not at the level that Real Madrid and Man City are. But you never know, it could happen by 2030. There's a lot of years. Steven Gerrard will win the Premier League with Liverpool. No. Nah. He's more likely to win the league with El Ettifaqi. Arsenal will win the league. I can't see it happening. Odegaard's just got injured, which means I think this season is just off the rails for Arsenal already. And we're only a month into the season. They're obviously going to be there and thereabouts for the next few seasons, but other teams are only going to get better. So they kind of blew their chance in the past 2 seasons to win it. They are going to be there and thereabouts in the next 6 seasons. So this could happen, I would say. Jurgen Klopp will manage Bayern Munich. This is one I probably think could happen. Klopp is obviously having a few years off, and I think that's needed. I think the only job that would lure him back would be a team like Bayern. Him managing Bayern Munich would make sense because I think in the next couple of years, company might run them into the ground and they're not going to be the Bayern that we all know from the past. I think that would be the perfect position for Klopp to come back into after semi-retirement. So do I think this would happen? Yeah, I think this probably could happen. I don't know, would he go against the Dortmund fans and do that? Pep Guardiola will finally be sacked. 5 years later, he sounds like he's going to leave Manchester City on mutual consent at the end of this season. He's the perfect manager. Will he ever be sacked? I don't know. He'll probably retire before the point that he becomes washed, so probably not. Ravel Morrison will end up stacking shelves at 30. Ravel is like the English/Jamaican version of the prince that didn't become the king, because damn, what a talent he was. I think his national team is Jamaican now, because I can kind of remember someone saying that in the Jamaican national team he came along and was causing mischief, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, stacking shelves by 30 pretty much. Kylian Mbappe will become the first £300 million player. This was so on the cards, but he ran his contract down, so do I ever see this happening again? I can't see him actually making a move anywhere else after Real Madrid. Well, no, I can actually. Probably would come to the Prem in 3 or 4 years' time if he just wins it all with Real Madrid. But he wouldn't be 300 million at that stage unless prices go through the roof. So no, he won't be. I can't see it happening. It's more likely to be Lamine Yamal becoming the first £300 million player. But can I see him leaving Barcelona? No, I just don't know who's going to break the transfer record fee at this stage. Neymar will become the first £1 million a week player. I think he is, but I don't think he was the first. One of them anyway, but it happened. £1 million a week player. There are players like that now. Man United will win the Premier League. It's just not going to happen by 2030, is it? Marcus Rashford will end up being washed at 30. This is a pretty harsh reality of players starting so young. Too many games are being played by too many youngsters. Like this guy says, yes, I do think Rashford probably will be washed up, is a harsh word to use, but washed up by 30. He needs to make a move to somewhere like PSG, I think, or Italy. I think AC Milan would be a good club for him.
That's a load of bollocks!
I hope you guys have enjoyed reacting to the Irish Guy's predictions. There's plenty of more of these on the internet, and I think it's so cool to look back on. Obviously, we're only halfway there to 2030, so all of these could happen, but we could give a pretty good guesstimate at how close they are. We're going to try and do some other content, so let me know in the comments what you would love to see in the same stratosphere. We've got hot takes, we've got unpopular opinions, and we've just got reactionary content, which I love going over. I do like trying other stuff, so check out the video I did with predicting how the future of football will look like with AI. I did that video recently, hasn't got many views, talking to an AI version of Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. So check that out. Thanks for all the support on the recent videos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!